While you're studying and thinking, gaze into the future and think about possible test questions.
Predicting test questions is one of the best ways that you have for increasing your test scores.
Do you know when I first started talking about that notion to students, they said, "Isn't that cheating?" I said, "No. It's thinking like the professor. What does the professor think is important? Okay, how could he test you on that?"
You don't need a crystal ball to do this. Are past exams available? They might provide insight. Look through your notes. Think about what the professor emphasized in class, in the assigned readings. Look at the syllabus. Does it contain the course goals and objectives? Look at the course catalog describing the class. For example, here's the description of an American history course at Indiana University. There's a PDF of it on this disc. Read it, and in 10 minutes or so, you'll be able to devise several potential exam questions before the first day of class. Your classmates are another source of potential test questions.
Talk to your fellow students, because you could talk about the idea of the test questions and you can get different views.
And especially a political science student, when you're writing essays and for exams, you want to get different perspectives, and being in classes with Democrats, Republicans, and independents, you can get different perspectives by just studying with those students, and that definitely helps when it comes to exam time.
Whatever the class, get a group of students together. Brainstorm the types of questions that might be on the exam. You're bound to end up with a variety of perspectives on what the questions might be, as well as the answers. Now take a look at Bloom's taxonomy again. Consider the different levels of thinking. What kinds of questions can you devise? And then, of course, answer them before the exam.
If you have a real good idea about where an essay question could go, absolutely spend time outlining your ideas, even practice writing.
I actually might write the paper out to myself, preparing for the essay test. And as I write it out, before I write, I'm going to brainstorm, like any other paper. I'm going to brainstorm it, then I'm going to write it.
Sheila Parast, a junior at Kennesaw State University, does the very same thing.
I know this is an essay on the test, and so I write it, and this is probably the third time I've written it, and then I do it again until I think I got it right.
If you predict correctly, you should do well on the exam. But even if other questions are asked, the fact that you've studied the subject from several perspectives makes you better prepared. Caution: predicting test questions is a way to improve test scores. It's not a substitute for studying. Predicting test questions begins with some detective work. Look for clues in past exams and quizzes. What was the professor's emphasis in class and in the reading assignments? Are there clues in the syllabus or in the course catalog? Once you've done that, your next step? Set up a study group. Brainstorm possible questions. Then write the answers. Review Bloom's taxonomy for ideas on how you might be tested.